Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Makoni.
With the launch of Makoni Entertainment and Makoni Competizone alongside Makoni Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MakoniSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Stafford Motor Speedway. Here tonight for the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes 100 season opener. Here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Well, it's time to go racing, race fans. What else can we say other than we are glad to be back? We're glad to see all you race fans out there. This year is gonna be better than ever. Roger, you say that every year. Well, it's gonna be great, because hey, I'm back, Roger Muth. I'm up here in the booth here this year. But there's also new drivers, new tracks, and of course, we're back in the SK Modified here with this series. So these drivers take the fenders off. They are gone. Last year we switched it up, late models, super late models, SK Modifieds, Whalen Tour Modifieds. Well, no more. SK Modifieds, 15 weeks here this year. I lie, it's 16. 15 because we're already here tonight. 16 total. And a new champion is guaranteed this season. So what do you say? Let's head trackside here tonight. Tonight's starting lineup brought to us by our friends at Makoni Setup Shop. All the setups here with Red Light Racing are provided by Makoni Setup Shop. You want to go fast like these drivers? Get the setup from Makoni Setup Shop. This is your starting lineup. Snagging the pole here tonight, car number 17 tonight, that'll be Chad Allcares. To his outside, a newcomer here tonight. This driver, hailing out of the Northeast, driving car number 21, this will be Jeff Ayo. Back into the P number 3 position here tonight, he pilots car number 12 out of the Six Rings Racing Stables, that'll be Eric Stout. How about car 54? That's car 54 here tonight, that is going to be the driver of Rex Hoyle. Rex Hoyle back behind the wheel of that machine this season. And then how about the driver into the 5th spot out of Carolina, driving car number 62. That'll be TJ Henson. And starting into the 6th starting spot here tonight, it's car number 14 out of Massachusetts. That was going to be Brian Bianchi. Another one of those Massachusetts drivers, couple of them in a row. Driving car number 40, the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply, it's the Chicken Man. It's going to be Rob Higgins. And the driver of the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13 MA, Joshua Buckley, will roll from the 8th starting position. 9th starting spot here tonight, the Studio 51. Car number 51, that'll be TJ Allen. And how about back into the 10th spot? It's the Beefy Motorsports, the Feeney Call. That'll be Brandon Feeney. back into the 11th starting spot here tonight, making his second season here with the series. Car number 81, that'll be Ken Allen. Back into the 12th spot, it's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply 20-year anniversary. Car number 30, that's the man, the myth, the legend, Bob Higgins. Into the 13th starting spot, he's been voted the most popular driver 4 years running here with the series. It's the 271 of Aiden Alvecchione. And back behind the wheel this season of car number 33, Mike Taschereau. He pilots car number 22. They call him Bruce Pearson. He'll start back into the 15th starting position. And a newcomer, a rookie this year, driving car number 74. That'll be Alan Wanamaker. Wanamaker piloting car number 74 and going for a Rookie of the Year championship. A handful of rookies through the field here tonight making their debuts. We'll touch on them a little bit later on here this evening as this race goes. One of them on the front row. Right there, the number 21, Jeff Ayo. We'll see how he fares against, well, that's the Storm Chaser of Chad Allcares. Ready to go racing 100 laps here tonight in the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes 100 from the Stafford Motor Speedway. We're green flag racing for the first time this season. Great start on the bottom row. There you see the 17 of Allcares. There you see the 12 of Eric Stout was able to jump up from the second row to the inside. Car number 12 taking over P number 2. Lap number 1 of the season going to go in the books. It will be Chad Allcares leading the way. Battle back here. This is for the 5th position. That is the number 40 of Rob Higgins to the inside of car 54, the Colony Tire Service Center. Hold on to it. Rex Hoyle going around. Hoyle's involved. Buckley's involved. A handful of them down there. I believe that is the number 14 of Brian Bianchi. Bianchi in the Colony Tire and Service Center. Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe number 14 MA getting collected in there, unfortunately. Handful of drivers going to the grass to get around the spinning cars on the front straightaway here. We'll have to go back and watch it. We saw it started with the 54 Rex Hoyle on the outside. Let's take a zoom out. Watch the 54 there. The steps on it, cold tires. It steps out from behind him. Looks like Bob Higgins also going through the grass there. No, he's got some heavy right front damage. Not the way the season wanted to start off here for the number 30 of Bob Higgins. Right on board here. Riding on board the Checkered Flag Auto Supply onboard camera. Watch that right front here. It's going to make hard contact. Ouch. It's shortened up. That's bent. The whole shock tower, the A-arms, they're all bent on that number 30. So not such a good start here tonight. If you, if your name is Joshua Buckley, Bob Higgins, Rex Hoyle, Brian Bianchi, Aiden Alvecchione got some damage in that one. So did the number 33 of Mike Taschereau. Brandon Feeney also getting some damage. Alan Wanamaker. Multiple drivers involved here under this first caution flag of the evening. We'll see how much damage is done to a lot of these drivers. Who is able to get back out? Who is going to be done here for tonight? I think the number 30 of Bob Higgins, his night's going to be, pretty hampered here after that one. So what do you say, race fans? Thanks for joining us here tonight. Is your favorite driver involved in that one, or is he still out there? Sometimes we see some crazy things that happen here. Short track racing early on in the season here. Those tires, all these drivers are ready to get back. They want to race, and unfortunately sometimes we overstep it a little bit on those cold tires. Now it seems to be exactly what we just saw here tonight at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Caution flag number 1 about to wrap up as the iRacing.com pace car has the lights turned off, and it's headed to the safety of pit road. That means it's back into the hands here of the starter, along with Chad Allcares. Green flag back up in the air. We're going to race him again to turn 1. This time a good start there to the outside. That is Eric Stout trying to take the race lead from the outside. Who will lead the lap. A little bit of a wiggle that time. And at the line, oh boy, by one of Rogers' hairs on top of his head. It is going to be the number 17 of Chad Allcares. Allcares leading the lap, but they're still side by side as they work down the back straightaway. Now, here goes Eric Stout. He'll shoot like a rocket down the back straightaway. He takes the race lead. New race leader here on lap number 9. It's going to go to Eric Stout. Eric Stout, a multiple-time winner here with the series, now leading the way. See if part-time Eric or no-show Eric here tonight is able to pick up a win here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. A little bit deeper back into the field. There's TJ Allen there in the number 51 down to the inside, and sideways for Mike Taschereau. Taschereau letting it all hang out there, seeing how far he could let the back end of that number 33. And big wiggle now. He's got a lot of the junk, those marbles up underneath those big wide tires of that modified there. As he'll try to get him cleaned off and back up underneath him. He's back up on the top side there of turn number 4. It's not where you want to be. We have seen that to be the no man's land here tonight. Down to the inside is Taschereau way wide going down into turn number 1. Way wide as Brian Bianchi was able to get behind. Now Bruce Pearson is going to be the driver that is sitting right there, right behind him. There's the mission number 22. Car 22 for Bruce Pearson. Just behind them, Aidan Alvecchio, then it is Brandon Feeney. 2 drivers did not make their way back out onto the speedway, and that is going to be the number 54 of Rex Hoyle and Joshua Buckley. It looks like Bob Higgins is back out there as here comes the number 81. That is Ken Allen. Allen trying to work his way into the top 5 for the first time here tonight as he'll get sideways off of turn 4. We've seen drivers sideways on the outside of turn number 4. This time the number 81 of Ken Allen there. Got it all sorts of one direction, the other direction, and finally it straightened back out as he kept his right foot in it. He was able to get the number 81 around the number 62 of TJ Henson. So Henson now back to running into the 6th spot, while Ken Allen has now moved up into 5th as the new fastest time of the evening. Just set last time by car number 12 of Eric Stout. Goes with a 19.25 second lap there for Eric Stout. He's not able to run away and hide, though. Here we're 15 laps into tonight's main event, brought to us tonight by Granny Hips Walkers and Canes. Do you need a walker? Do you need a cane? They have tennis balls on them that they always fall off. The Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, well, they are the best walkers, best canes. They tell me it's because they have tennis balls. But why do they always fall off? That's for you to find out when you get one of those Granny Hips Walkers and Canes. Which one of these drivers are going to need those walkers or the canes here tonight? Joshua Buckley back out in his Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13MA. There you see him down the back straightaway. He's back out onto the racetrack. 10 laps down, though, for the driver out of Pepperell, Massachusetts. There you see the 13 out onto the speedway. He's going to need a lot of help here tonight, or a lot of go-go juice to get that car back onto the lead lap. Little peek down the back straightaway, though, for Chad Allcares. He had Jeff Ayo back there. Everybody looking like they're playing nice right now. We're still in the first quarter of this race. As a little sideways that time. A little slide out of the number 12. And a big slide that time out of Chad Allcares. Allcares slid out of turn 2 as Stout slid into turn number 1. Another big slide that time there by the 17. Ayo taking a peek. He thought he looked like he was going to go down there. Try and swing around on the front straightaway, but he ducked it right back in line. This time by, we'll be 20 laps into tonight's feature event. Rex Hoyle looks like he's going to bring car 54 back out onto the raceway. There you see him down the back straightaway. He was given a clean bill of health on the Colony Tire and Service Center, car 54. He is currently sitting 12 laps behind the race leader here on lap number 21. Out there to try and get some experience. He's probably the most experienced driver in the field. So a rare mistake putting him behind here tonight. And there's Brian Bianchi, the Culpeper's Bakery Cafe, number 14MA, will pass car number 74. The 74 here this season, one of those drivers that I said we're going to get to talk about and get to learn over the season. There you see him. That is Alan Wanamaker in car number 74. A short track racer here on the iRacing.com platform. And Taschereau, I think he got a piece of the retaining wall that time out of turn number 4. Yeah, you see Joshua Buckley get around him, and the 22 of Bruce Pearson also got around him. So a mistake by that 33. So as we started to talk about the rookie class here tonight, why don't we walk you through the drivers that are out there. There's Jeff Ao. He is sitting there into the 3rd position. He qualified P number 2 here tonight, fell back to P number 3 on the initial lap, and he's running P number 3. Another one of those drivers that is a rookie this season, car 51. He's in a battle here. The TikToker here himself, TJ Allen, has picked himself up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag, and it looks like he has a pretty fast hot rod. Brian Bianchi just behind him too. Alan Wanamaker, another one of those drivers we've talked about already, a short track racer here with iRacing. Find himself up +7 since the drop of the green flag, sitting into the 9th spot. Those are your rookies here tonight in tonight's field at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Biggest mover and shaker so far is going to be the 74 of Alan Wanamaker. Wanamaker just trying to get his feet wet here tonight, and he's been able to pick up the most spots so far. Ken Allen has picked up 6 spots, so a big gain for Ken. Started outside the top 10. There's the 81. A brand new look for Ken this season. I don't see any Oscar Mayer or Wiener, any logos on that car for the first time, so maybe he ate all the Oscar Mayer bologna. One car up to the outside there. That is the number 30. That is Bob Higgins. Higgins out there. You can see the Nerf bar bent up on the front end of that number 30 after heavy contact. And you can still see the steering is definitely not right. The wear tread, the wear pattern on that car, not going to be good as there's a battle for the race lead. Stout up the speedway. He'll be able to lead the lap, but all cares is right there. He's to the inside of the Duncan run and done. He'll clear off turn 2. Race leader back to the number 17 of Chad Allcares. Jeff Ao back there. He tried to get up underneath the number 12 there of Stout, but he wasn't able to while these drivers battle. Rob Higgins and Ken Allen are starting to roll back in on the race leaders. It was a 3-car breakaway. It's about to be a 5-car pack here in just a couple of moments as we work down the back straightaway. Now, we talked about one of those rookies having a good run, and unfortunately, there you see Alan Wanamaker in the grass, going to lose a ton of positions and a lot of time out there onto the raceway, and this is what happened to the number 74 here on our replay. Up off the corner, got a little bit of the apron, and around the 74 came. Kept it down to the infield there, and we stay green flag racing. Right on board. Watch the tire here. You can tell it tried to counter steer out of that one, and it was just too late down into the grass, picking up a lot of that dirt and debris down there. So as Wanamaker gets back up to speed, there's the battle for the race lead. Allcares has now picked up about 3 car lengths of a lead over the rest of the field. So it's Allcares, Stout, Ao, Higgins, and Allen. Stout looking like his car not rotating through the center of the corner as good as Allcares or Ao. See Ao all over the back end of the Six Rings Racing number 12. Closest battle on the raceway right now between Stout and Ao. These drivers, we see these cars every year when we do get to run them. Very racy in the first half, then it calms down, and towards the end of the race, about 50 to 60 laps in, I say end, more like the middle, it goes through a transition. The tires start to fall off. You're going to be able to see which one of these drivers are able to save the tires the best. As there you see Stout and AO gain back on all cares. They started to pull back away now here from Rob Higgins and Ken Allen. They're still together by about a car length. Caution lights. Caution on the raceway, and oh no, the 271 of Aiden Alvecchione has gone around. Or I have to look back, and Bob Higgins also rolled away. I think he made a little contact there with the spinning 271 of Aiden Alvecchione. And this is what happened. Down on the apron, trying to come back into the throttle, and Bob Higgins with a damaged car out there. He's just trying to turn some laps, and unfortunately, Aiden was just spinning right out in front of him. Right on board the checkered flag, auto display onboard camera with Bob Higgins. You heard him off the gas on the hooks, trying to slow it up. I can tell you it's not going to hurt Bob Higgins' car. It was already a little beaten, a little banged up. But as you see, as we come back live, there are some drivers that are down on pit road. They're going to try and get some tires. A couple drivers staying out here tonight. Looks like the 17 of Chad Allcares will stay out. It looks like also Rob Higgins, Ken Allen, along with Bruce Pearson. They all stay out. Eric Stout did come to pit road. It looks like he should restart right around the 5th position. We're going to have to wait for the timing and scoring loops to update around the speedway to see where your favorite driver is exactly running. I'm being told that should be the correct lineup here. Joshua Buckley did get one lap back. He was the lucky dog here, so the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13 MA. I guess they're going to allow him to put a tennis ball back on the bottom of the walker. So Josh Buckley will get a lap back, but he will have to tag the rear of the field. Excuse me, as I hiccup right there. That one snuck up out of left field, just like how did... Well, I say how did. I already know how he did, but Bruce Pearson picking up 11 spots here. I'm going to be interested to see how his tires hang on. He was the driver that was sitting inside the top 10, but he did not pit, so it moved him up to 4th. Tires behind him for Stout, Bianchi, Ayo, Allen, Alvecchione, Henson, Tashiro, Wanamaker, and Feeney. All the drivers that are on the lead lap. As you see, Higgins is down 4 laps there in car number 30. We are doubled up, though. We're back ready to go racing here tonight at Stafford Motor Speedway. Green flag will be in the starter's hand here tonight. Good start, a little contact there for Stout. Able to keep it going. Stout trying to use those tires early. AO back there also. Here comes the 14, Brian Bianchi, trying to get through. A wobble there for Aiden Alvecchione. He'll wobble up the track and right in front of the 51 of TJ Allen. Looking like TJ Henson wanted to take a 3 wide around the outside of the 51, but thought better of it, or at least ran out of space out there. Some good racing back here. These drivers all trying to jockey through the field with these newer tires. Gotta go while you can. And And at the front of the field, getting pressure for the third position, here comes the Stout Mobile. He'll get a good run. See if he can get to the inside here of the 81 of Ken Allen. He will. Can he hold the bottom? Allen slips a little bit in the middle of the corner. Doesn't have the fresh tires. And Eric Stout only has fresh right side tires here. TJ Hetson going through the grass. And, son, you do not have to cut the grass here at Stafford Motor Speedway. They have ground workers for that. See, Henson, he is all the way back now into the 13th position. No cars around him that he is battling. That is Rex Hoyle, multiple laps down. Joshua Buckley and Bob Higgins, all multiple laps down. Brand new fast time here tonight. Stout setting the fastest lap time now. A 19.24 second lap last time by for Eric Stout. Here comes the 12 to the inside of the number 40. That is Higgins to the outside as they work down the back straightaway now. The Eric Stout machine able to go ahead and clear now for Pete number 2. So Stout working very fast here. He's right back to where he was before he came to pit road. Another driver trying to make some moves. That's Jeff Ayo. Ayo in the Woolward Brakes, Coors Light, VP Racing Fuels, number 21. Battle back here also between Brandon Feeney and Alan Wanamaker. Wanamaker in that number 74. Feeney making a little bit of a mistake there, opening up the inside lane. Can Wanamaker go ahead and get the nose of the number 74 down there and get the rotation? He's going to try and slide up in front of Brandon Feeney. Feeney up the raceway. New fastest lap time as Wanamaker able to make that pass there on Feeney. The new fast lap time is set by Brian Bianchi, a 19.23 second lap. So that Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe is going to deliver those baked goods really fast. Ayo getting a lot of pressure. Hold on, Brian. Bianchi was almost turning the Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe number 14 MA around. You know, it may have taken me just about 57 laps to realize that Brian Bianchi. Take a look at that car, okay? We have another camera here. We're going to show you car 54. Look, right there. They're basically the same car. Just different color. Blue here for Hoyle, Rex for Bianchi. Other than that, they are the same car out there onto the raceway. Just different numbers. Different numbers, different colors. That's it. Battle at the front of the field. Stout down to the inside. He's going to spin the number 12 to the infield. Stout going for the race lead. He'll spin, and the caution flag will come out. So as Eric Stout was trying to go for the race lead, watch it right here. Stout down to the inside on the apron. See, I believe we have an in-car camera with Stout here. Let's see if we can. It's a right front there, and you see the thing just loops around and just missed the cones down there on the entry to pit road. So too bad for Stout. One of the fastest cars definitely here tonight. See one car peeling off to pit road there, a late entry to pit road. That is the number 40 of Rob Higgins. Higgins did not come to pit road, and this is why I consider this to be a little bit of an interesting fact here. You get one set of tires. One set for the right side, one set for the left side. That is it. So you can come in and you can change them. Left side tires not really beneficial that much here with these modifieds. There's a lot of grip, and it's all put over there onto the right side tires. A lot of times you're driving these cars off the right rear tire, and once you do that, you start to burn it up. Once you burn that right front tire up, you're absolutely done. The car is no longer going to turn. That's a lot of rubber. So we'll see now if Rob Higgins has enough time. Looking at it, just under 40 laps to go. He's going to restart just outside the top 10, it looks like. So I'm just taking a peek, seeing where everybody is, seeing what strategy everybody is on. We have 3 cars that have not pitted. Yep, it is 3 cars. That is confirmed now. 3 cars. All cars. Allen, along with Bruce Pearson, have not pitted here tonight, so they still have a set of tires available for them. Rob Higgins is the only driver that came down and just put tires on. He'll restart back in 12th. He put right side tires on. Green flag up and a lot of room there. Uh-oh! Caution flag as we have a parking lot here on the front straightaway. Eric Stout's night went from bad to even worse. The 4th caution flag of the evening flying here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Joshua Buckley's tennis balls just fell off his walker. It's going to take a little bit to dissect this one, so what do you say we zoom it out here and see what happened to the number 12 of Eric Stout, who's on the outside there. We get rolling. Oh, it looks like chain reaction. Stout actually almost got into the back of the 74. Then he hit the brakes, and unfortunately, I believe that was TJ Henson. We'll have to watch it back. Watch this on board here with Stout. That is TJ Henson right behind him in the cookout. He goes and he hits the brakes, and unfortunately, once you go, it's one of those things where you gotta go. From Joshua Buckley's point of view, and he was just back there, had no clue what was going to go on. Look at Brandon Feeney. Hey, nice to meet you, Feeney. So a couple of drivers coming to pit road here under this caution flag. Those are just some of the drivers that unfortunately were wrapped up in it. Stout, Henson, Feeney, they're all coming to pit road. Bob Higgins was once again back down on pit road. Hey, Higgins is only 3 laps down right now, race fans. He has a chance here, race fans. He has a chance to get back onto the lead lap here tonight. All you ever ask for is a chance. See if we get that 1 to go marker here this time by at the line. We will not. We're going to stay under caution. So as we stay under caution, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back here to the Stafford Motor Speedway after this.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Makoni.
With the launch of Makoni Entertainment and Makoni Competizone alongside Makoni Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MakoniSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Remember, all the racing setups here that you see with Red Light Racing on Thursday nights are provided by Maconie Setup Shop. Get the setup you see these drivers out here tonight racing with from Maconie Setup Shop. Green flag back into the air here. It'll be 72 laps in the books when we come back around here to complete the first lap. A green flag, and one driver going to sail it off into one. Ken Allen from the outside of row number 1 just went into turn 1, and the car did not turn. Jeff Ayo right now in the catbird seat. Caution flag. Being told it's the 40 of Higgins as you see the smoke bellowing out of turn 3 and 4. The 5th caution flag of the evening is flying. What's happen here into 3? Oh, Aiden Alvecchione drives it in a little too far. TJ Henson, innocent bystander, onto the outside. Watch it again. Watch Aiden in the 271. He'll just drive it off into the corner. A little bit too far. So that's what puts us under the 5th caution flag here tonight. Bob Higgins, race fans. I told you. There's a chance. He'll be 2 laps down now to the race leader. Or at least I believe so. Or believe I'm correct. I might be wrong. I've been wrong a time or two for trying to read timing and scoring. I think I'm wrong again, race fans. I was waiting, I was hoping, I had my fingers crossed, and I think I'm wrong for you, race fans. I've let you down, but did I tell you at the start of this race here tonight that we will have a brand new champion at the end of this season? Any driver you see out there tonight, all of them, they've never won a championship here on Thursday night. So it's going to be interesting to see how things work out. Looking like we should get the 1 to go when we come back around here. They're saying that everybody is lined up into the proper positions here. We started to talk about Jeff Ayo sitting there in the catbird seat. That's because he's the driver that has the freshest tires and in the highest running position. He'll have the opportunity here to line up against the number 17 of Chad Allcares and see if he can motor around the outside. We have seen outside roof passes work. Not very many of them, but we have seen it. Lights are out. It'll be 23 laps of green flag racing left here tonight if we can get all the way to the end after the green flag comes out. It'll be Allcares, Ayo, Allen, Bianchi, Allen, Pearson, Taschereau, Wanamaker, Stout, and Alvecchione. Green flag up, and here we come back to turn 1. 3 wide racing back there. Taschereau off the pace. To the inside of turn 1 he goes. Off the pace for the 33 of Mike Taschereau. Everybody trying to make the moves here early. Jeff Ayo not able to get it done on a lap back to green flag, so it's Allcares, Ayo, Bianchi, Allen falling back into the 4th position. TJ Allen, though, holding right now strong to the inside line of turns 3 and 4 in the Dude Wipes number 51. Allen holding off Stout. Stout was able to make up a couple positions there on the opening lap back to green flag racing. And here with just 21 laps to go, the fastest lap of the evening just went to Chad Allcares. A 19.13 second lap on the very old tires, and he goes faster even yet. All Cares now with a 19.01 second lap, with just 20 laps to go, 80 laps on the tires, and that car has just turned its fastest lap of the evening. You gotta put 19 more good ones, though, in the book, because there's 19 laps to go, and AO is still right there, not allowing your race leader to run away and hide. On board here with Jeff AO. As the laps count down, your race leaders continue to pull away from the rest of the field. Bianchi is sitting there just under a second behind them. There he is in the Culpeppers Bakery Cafe, number 14 MA for Bianchi. Remember, he got wrapped up in the wreck there on the opening laps with the number 54, his teammate of Rex Hoyle, and Joshua Buckley along with Bob Higgins. So he has rebounded very nicely to sit third currently. Ken Allen just behind him. TJ Allen then just behind Ken. And then Stout on the outside of the top five here. And Eric Stout obviously having one of the fastest cars earlier on here tonight. But now after getting involved in two wrecks, the car has just not been able to get back into the top five just yet. The tires have been used and abused here on the number 12 of Stout. But with 15 to go, when we get to the line this time, the race is not over. He still has time to try and get up there. TJ Allen holding into the top 10 here in the number 62. He's been involved in a wreck or two. And Rob Higgins, who was just the car that just spun out, well, he's back to running into the 10th spot. Brandon Feeney, Aiden Alvecchio, and Mike Taschereau running back there just behind them in the 12th and 13th position. Taschereau's car not handling very well. There you see car 33. Back to check on the race leaders here, and it's still 17 of Chad Allcares. Uh-oh, a little bobble that time, but it doesn't look like AO is going to be able to really capitalize on it. He gets to the back bars, but he just has not been able to pull alongside or show the nose of that number 21. It'll be 12 to go this time by when we come back out here out of turn number 4, back to the start-finish line. A big bobble that time by the number 17 of Chad Allcares. Allcares got to turn some good laps. There's the battle down the back straightaway. Allcares with a little bit of a slip and a run there for AO. Uh-oh, one driver off the speedway. Looks like we're going to stay green, as that is Alan Wanamaker. Wanamaker sliding off of turn 2 to the infield grass. He'll right the ship and point it back into the right direction, but this time caution flag is out. The 51 getting turned around here. He was running into the 5th position at the time of this caution. So the 6th caution flag of the evening here as TJ Allen going around. There's the 51. He was running into the 5th position. Into the corner, and Eric Stout into the left rear, and that's going to spin a driver out every time. Right on board here with TJ. You heard him trying to get back to the gas, and Stout right into the left rear corner panel. Unfortunately, that spells disaster every time. Let's see if we can ride on board right front here of Eric Stout. Yep, just going for the same room, unfortunately, for those drivers. Hey, race fans, I told you Bob Higgins was just 2 laps down. I told you. You didn't believe me. Look at the scoring. That's the man. Car 30 sitting 14th, 2 laps down. The little engine, that could here tonight. That car took a severe impact on the opening laps, and it just kept on ticking like the brave little toaster. 8 to go. I think we're going to get 2 laps yet here before we can turn these guys loose. All drivers are out there onto the speedway. A couple of them down on pit road, but they should be able to return back to the racetrack. They've been out there all night long. Race fans, we got to thank you here while we're under the caution flag for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network on the season opener here tonight, brought to us by Granny Hips Walkers and Canes here for Red Light Racing and the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Of course, we got to thank the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, a longtime running member here with the Red Light Racing Series. If you're in the Ayer, Massachusetts area or not, you can even order online. I'm telling you, you call them up, they have the part, they'll be able to send it out to you. But we got to thank the Higgins family. They are a local and family-owned auto parts store up there in Ayer, Massachusetts. So if you're looking for the little trees to hang in your car, well, you're looking for some new floor mats, some windshield wipers, brake fluid, oil, they have it all for you over at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. So we thank them for their continued support here on Mondays and Thursdays. Pace car off. We're giving a 5-lap dash here at the end. Who has the tires left tonight to make a big run? Green flag back into the air. All care is going to shoot out to the race lead. Ayo going to slip a little bit of that grip, and he is up out of the groove. Brian Bianchi comes on through. Here comes Eric Stout. Does he have anything left in the tank? Stout trying to get there. Brian Bianchi, wrong way! Brian Bianchi off the raceway. This is what happened off turn 4 for Brian Bianchi. Just kind of got back into the gas, and unfortunately it went for a ride to the infield, and a couple of those drivers lucky that car did not rebound back out to the outfield. All Cares trying to run away and hide. It's All Cares, Stout, Henson is how they're running. So as we watch that replay, Ayo also losing some spots in car 21 as we'll get the old popsicle sticks this time. Jeff Ayo all the way back to running now into the 7th position. All Cares trying to come around. Seeing if we can, or if he can park the car in victory lane. White flag is up. It'll be 1 lap to go. Presented by Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe. Final trip around here for Chad All Cares. Stout and Henson back there. Stout and All Cares have had the 2 fastest cars here tonight, but it is gonna be out of turn 4. Chad All Cares winning the season opener here at Stafford Motor Speedway. It'll be Stout, Henson, Bruce Pearson, Ken Allen. Your top 5 with Rob Higgins, Jeff Ayo, TJ Allen, Aidan Alvecchione, and Alan Wanamaker coming across in the top 10. Those are your top 10 drivers here unofficially here at Stafford Motor Speedway as Chad All Cares picks up the victory here tonight at Stafford. So he'll get the free Granny Hips Walkers and Canes tennis balls here tonight as you see him on the front straightaway. We're going to talk to him in just a couple of moments, race fans. So what do you say? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at the Stafford Motor Speedway to talk to your top podium finishers right after this.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Stafford Motor Speedway here tonight. The Granny Hips Walkers and Canes 100 here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. Officially done here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. 100 laps is all it took tonight to get us our podium finishers. We're talking to the top three, but let's kick things off because he's the closest one here to me, and he keeps looking at me like he's gonna, I don't know, he's trying to steal my drink or something, race fans. How about it? The driver that'll finish second here tonight, Eric Stout. Eric, a great run for you tonight. I know it's probably not the finish that you thought this machine was going to have, the way it fired off, but to rally back for P number 2, it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, happy with the finish. You never know what you're going to get to start a new season. A little rusty, to be honest with you. Got myself in trouble tonight. Made a couple of mistakes. I clipped the wall there after I got around Chad and let him back by me. But before I go any further, I want to apologize to TJ, new guy in the league. Did not mean to get into him. Felt bad about that. It only ended up costing him a few positions, so that's good. But felt like kind of a scrub for getting into him like that.
You talk about getting into him. A lot of contact out there tonight in the middle portion of this race. What happened when you had to go to the tail there? Seemed like a little bit of a checkup, and all of a sudden cars are scattering.
Yeah, well, I spun because I ran out of talent trying to pass Chad, and honestly, I think had I just been patient, I would have eventually got by him. But that stuff happens, and that's okay. And then, yeah, just the stack up there, actually, I think I got into the 74, and then TJ got into me and sent me around, but luckily the car wasn't all dinged up. So,
and then Josh got into me.
And so just want to quickly say congratulations to Chad on the win. Glad to have him back this season. And I think it's your first win in the series. So congratulations on that. And if not, well, congratulations anyway. But want to just give a quick shout out to everyone who tuned in tonight. I know my dad and stepmom and mom and Aunt Jean and my buddy Bruce down in Virginia were watching. Lauren's watching in the living room. So we're going to go load up and head to New Hampshire for the weekend. And want to thank Team 53 and Checkered Flag Auto Supply and Turn 3 Racing Network.
There you have it.
And I just want to add a stout performance by Eric Stout. I've been trying to use that, but I haven't. Here, right?
Well, there you heard it. You heard from Stout, and well, now Chad's here. So, Chad, how about it tonight? You pick up the big victory, and Stout wasn't so stout there at the end.
Well, yeah, I was kind of surprised the speed I found in the race. During the practice, the car was pretty loose, and so I tried to do some things with the offset, and it helped me with the loose off, and I was able to drive. But it was a big top 5 ran well. I was watching the F3 and guys like Ken Allen, Jeff, obviously. Brian Bianchi, all those guys were really close, and I was not pulling away from anyone. Everyone was on each other. And so I accidentally stayed out. I forgot we had tires. But once they got tires, I was like, I made my bed. I have to stay out here. So I guess that's what won me the race, kind of.
Were you worried, though, late seeing the drivers that were starting to get back behind you and knowing they had those newer tires?
Yeah. I think Jeff was able to get to my bumper even. I think he was like only 0.2 behind. Eric was able to get to me, obviously, and then he must have hit that turn 3 bump because I hit that about 3 times and almost wrecked in the lead. But that was unfortunate to see him spin. It's really it's been a fun time, and those guys definitely would have had me if they could have held it together, because I was really starting to fall apart there in the last that last run before that last caution. It was starting to get loose on me. So, yep.
Well, a good run for you here tonight. You're going to leave the Stafford Motor Speedway as the points championship leader, so congratulations on being able to secure the win and secure the points championship lead headed to Charlotte for the, well, what is probably going to be the smallest track on the schedule this year. So let's roll the red carpet out for you for the first time this season and hand you the microphone. Who do you got to thank back home?
Go ahead and thank my buddies, my Nebraska Storm Chasers, Steve and Mike. I shared the Steve, Mike, and Dan. I shared the link with them. I think Steve watches me a few times. They're liking watching the show here. Also, to my my cat, who unfortunately passed away a couple weeks ago. Been kind of an emotional time here. Missing Cody. He used to be he was my stepson's emotional support cat, but he was my racing cat. He'd always sit up there in the corner and watch me race, laying on his back, just being all cute. But got that, and obviously my family here. My wife makes fun of me for this, but she lets me do it, and that's what counts. All right. But I thank you, everyone, and obviously Makoni setup shop. That was a great setup. It allowed me to actually do those 100 laps and really set some fast times, especially on lap 80. I just noticed I don't know what happened. All of a sudden that lower fuel just kicked in. So thank you to them, and thank you to Turn 3 Racing, and obviously this Eric for continuing to be on me about joining this league, and to Red Light Racing and Josh and everyone with this group.
There you have it. Tonight's winner here at Stafford Motor Speedway. He'll pick up the tennis balls from the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes 100 here tonight. Chad Allcares. The driver that finishes just back there on the podium, the final spot on the podium here tonight, TJ Henson. Cotton Eye Joe, how did you do it?
I don't know. Everybody wrecked in front of me, I think. I had a very interesting night.
Sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good. Do you feel that way here tonight?
Half and half. I don't think I can never get a hang of Stafford, so honestly finishing that well is very good for me. I'd take that as a win. And yeah, just a bunch of shit happened. Bunch of stuff. I can't remember how many incidents just happened around me. I think about halfway through, I had to go repair some damage like 5 times.
They happened around you here tonight at the Stafford Motor Speedway. You said it's not your favorite track. You don't know how you got here, but at the end of it, you got here. Looking at the next race, you heard me just say it a little bit ago. We're headed to the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And you think Charlotte, you think we're going to head on to the big half-mile speedway, big banking, high speeds. Yeah, you're wrong. If you thought there was contact here tonight, what do you think next week when we have the fenders off the cars, obviously, all season long, headed to a Legends Oval?
Elbows out.
Elbows out or elbows down?
Both.
I hope you bring your Rock'em Sock'em boppers for next week, TJ.
Oh, I will.
But hey, TJ, it's great. It's always a blast to see you out here. It's always a blast to talk to you. What do you say we just toss you the microphone, and who do you got to thank for another amazing race here on a Thursday night?
Oh, who do I have to thank? I got no clue. Mostly just the admins for keep letting me race, putting on this show. It's pretty good. And Roger, for broadcasting it as well. Even though, just everybody who runs this place. Pretty good, really good series, and it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. He's going to have his elbows up next week because he had to have them high here tonight. It'll be TJ Henson, the driver that will come home tonight here, P number 3. After a couple incidents, he rallied back late. So you heard from Chad Allcares, you heard from Eric Stout and TJ Henson. Bruce Pearson's going to be able to rally 11 spots here tonight in the mission number 22. He'll finish into the 4th spot. Ken Allen will fade a little bit late. He'll finish into the 5th position. All the finishing order here tonight is unofficial here from the Stafford Motor Speedway, but I can tell you that Chad Allcares has the championship race lead here as we're getting ready to leave the Stafford Motor Speedway. Charlotte next week, just 1 week from now. That'll be July the 25th. We head to the Charlotte Legends Oval. That's going to be my favorite. I have it circled as soon as the schedule came out, race fans, as that's the race I'm most forward looking to this season. And it's race number 2, so it's early in the season because it's the shortest track, the smallest track, and well, there's a lot of wheel in these cars. We're going to see how they handle that small track just next week. But for everybody at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody with Red Light Racing, and all of us here tonight at the Turn 3 Racing Network, my name is Roger Muth, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show from the Stafford Motor Speedway. And until we catch you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.